But what's crazier in all of this is the second recent deadly incident involving this in-person meetup stemming from Facebook Marketplace. Because get this, in Columbia, Missouri, a 42-year-old Marine veteran named Michael Burke had listed his iPhone 15 Pro on Facebook Marketplace. He then arranged to meet the buyers at his home on January 18th. But instead of a single buyer coming and meeting him to buy the phone, a group of 4 people, 3 18-year-olds and 1 minor, showed up on Michael's door. And they showed up under the pretense of buying his phone, but allegedly they were planning a robbery the entire time. Now, we don't know what exactly transpired while they were attempting to rob him, but according to court documents, Michael was shot and later died from his injuries at a hospital. In his final moments, which this is just incredibly sad, he not only called 911 and gave police the descriptions of his attackers, but he also texted his mother and his sister saying, "I'm dying and I love you." Now, 3 of the suspects have since been charged with second-degree murder, first-degree robbery, and with burglary, and the minor who was involved in all of this is facing related charges in juvenile court. And investigators say that the group had allegedly targeted multiple people who were selling phones and had done similar robberies like this in the past, all before Michael was killed during that robbery. It's also believed that once they would rob them and take the phone, they would go to those vending machines. We used to have them in the mall. I think now they have them in Walmart. You can take your electronics, you feed it to them, and you type what it is, and they give you cash on the spot. So apparently that's what they were doing. They were robbing people of their iPhones, pretending they were going to buy them. Then they would go feed them to these vending machines to get cash. And so, how this escalated to murder, it's obviously, maybe when you're younger, you think robbery is okay and that it's not that big of a deal. It is a big deal, and obviously you can see how it escalates so quickly. But that's why I mentioned at the top of this case, there is so many different situations that have been happening like that, not only with Facebook Marketplace, but we've seen it with Craigslist. We've seen it with all sorts of things, even just social media meetups, first dates from Tinder, Grindr, Instagram, whatever it may be. So just, if you're ever going to buy or sell something, I would suggest never being alone. Always definitely do that with a group and with somebody with you and in a public place, because you never know what's going to happen. Definitely don't give them your home address, because who's to say they won't just come back, and now they know where you live. So I don't know, incredibly scary.
That is scary. I feel like, I've used Facebook Marketplace even recently, but I take what I think are precautions, but.
Do you have them meet you at your house?
Well, yeah, but I don't give them I give them the cross streets where I can walk out and meet them. I know. And
Let's stop that.
I know. I don't do it often. It's just when I moved.
What did we used to say when we were kids? Let's not and say we did. Okay. Let's not and say we did.
Okay, fair.
Fair. Just let me know when you're selling something and I'll come over.
Okay.
Well, no, I don't want to be killed. I take that back. Just don't sell anything.
Okay.
Okay.
So just last week on a call, someone was asking me what the most difficult cases are to cover. And it's cases like this next one. It's these just piss me off and they keep happening and somehow I keep covering them. But it basically is just a case that once again feels like it could have potentially been prevented. So this next case involves a 19-year-old named Luis Hernandez and his girlfriend, 20-year-old Griselda Lopez Ranconco, who were living with their baby in a small mountainside town in Frisco, Colorado. On December 29th, just after midnight, police responded to what was called in as just a normal medical emergency. It was late at night, right after the holidays, but when police arrived, they noticed they had been there before. Because just a month prior to that, back in November of 2025, Luis was charged with assault and had actually posted a $20,000 cash bond to be released. And this time, it didn't seem to be this normal call that was called in as a medical emergency, because when the police arrived, in fact, nobody even seemed distressed at all. And when police started asking people in the house what was going on, 2 women who reportedly lived there told them that they, quote, saw a person under the bed in Luis and Griselda's room. And as police started looking further, that's when they found a dismembered body in a white trash bag that had been stuffed under the bed. And the body was, in fact, Luis's girlfriend, Griselda. The police detained Hernandez and 2 other males that lived there, while the female told police that Griselda hadn't been seen since December 27th, which was right after she and Luis reportedly had gotten into an argument.